Hello everybody, thanks so much for tuning in today. Hope you're well wherever you are. So this practice shouldn't feel that different if you've joined me for the other practices. I'm just going to invite a little bit more play or more curiosity as this series unfolds. So for today's practice, we're going to work a little bit on we're connecting with subtle energy and how we can move things through our body. And I think of subtle energy as we all are filled with different protons, electrons, neutrons. And when we're in harmony with ourselves, the particles may bounce off of each other at a fairly regular rate. But when we're out of harmony, either with ourselves or we're around others or environments that are toxic or just not resonating with us, it tends to create more friction inside of us. And sometimes it level sets itself without heavy effort, and then sometimes we invite the breath, or we invite movement, or we invite other things that we have, other tools in our toolbox to help move things through our system so we don't get stuck in a certain emotion or a certain state. So for today's practice, we're going to actually start out with our eyes open so we can connect through the movement, and then the invite will be to draw more inward. So as you're ready, wherever you are, go ahead and find your seat, or find your feet if you're standing, or find the floor if you're laying down. And allow yourself to fully arrive, as if this offering is a chance to fully come into your physical body and be present for the next few minutes, just feeling the sensations in your physical body. And an invite to let this practice be a reset for whatever you need, a reset back to your own vibrancy, however your particles need to move on each other. And once you've allowed your mind to settle into your physical body, we're going to invite our hands today to create a little bit of friction between the palms of the hands. I'm just feeling maybe some heat, some tingly, or whatever you feel between your hands. And then as you're ready, as if you have a big magnet or a big ball of energy between your hands, slowly stop your rubbing and then pull your hands apart a bit. And I want you to keep going until you feel like, it's almost like taffy, or there's like a little bit of a pull sensation between the palms of your hands, or maybe even between your fingertips. And we're imagining, you can give it a color, you can give it a texture, but we're imagining this sphere of energy between our hands. And then as you're ready, see if you can compress it by slowly bringing your hands back together. And you might not feel anything at first, that's no problem. We're just trying to pay attention to the space between air, right? Like in our experience, we're used to feeling the air. We don't even think about it, right? Feeling the atmosphere. But we're focusing more on the space between the air for our own magnetic field. So once you feel like you've compressed that ball, we're going to link in the breath. So as you're ready for a breath in, like we're pulling taffy, we're going to open the ball or spread out the taffy as wide as you can go, still feeling the connection between the right and the left hand. And then on your exhale, compress the ball back to center. Fingers may or may not touch. Your own breath pace. A few more here. So on the breath in, we're expanding out. And on our exhale, we're contracting back in or squeezing back in. Your own pace, expanding or pulling our hands apart for the breath in, Go slow. And then pushing our hands back together for the breath in. So just focusing on this sensation between the palms of the hands, maybe even the fingertips, kind of that sticky magnetic sensation as you open and close. If you feel like you've connected to that and you'd like, go ahead and close your eyes and feel the sensation between the palms of your hands as you open and as you close. As if you're carrying this big sphere of energy or light. Just a few more cycles of that, perhaps even expanding your arms even wider with your breath in. And more forceful with your exhale as you come back to center, squeezing in. 2 more. On your last one, see if you can open as wide as possible on your breath in. And then on your exhale, let your fingertips touch back together. So create space between the palm of your hands. Fingertips will just touch. Eyes can be closed if they're not already closed. And come back to your breath. So feel your breath in and your breath out. So no judgment, we're just observing the breath as it happens. Feeling the gentle rise of the chest and the fall with the exhale. Going with your natural breath and see if you can connect your attention to the space between the palms of your hands and where your fingertips touch. Perhaps it feels like there's like a different texture in that space compared to where your arms meet the air. So we're going to stay connected to that energetic bubble or that energetic sphere that's between your hands. And this time, as you're ready, we're going to turn the bubble so the right hand's on top and the left hand is on bottom. You can start with your hands as close as you need to feel that magnetic connection between the two hands. And if that's not happening, no problem, come back. Now warm up your hands, create a little bit of friction, and then come back to holding that energetic ball. And then as you're ready with your breath in, as if you're pulling taffy, this time vertical, up, till you feel like you can not stretch the ball any further. And then on your exhale, squeeze back, hands back towards each other. May or may not touch. So on your inhale, big open, right arm's leading up, left arm's coming down. And then on your exhale, hands come back towards each other. So if you're compressing that energetic ball back to being a more concentrated form. This is going well. Go ahead and close your eyes, sticking with your breath, opening, extending on the breath in. And compressing your hands back towards each other just to make a more condensed version of that energetic ball. A few more, your own breath pace, extending on the inhale. And then compressing back down on the exhale. Two more. So you can pay attention to both the right hand and the left hand pulling apart from the center, and the right and the left hand compressing back towards each other. Last one like that. And after this last compression, take your ball and flip it. So this time the left hand will be on top, right hand will be on bottom. And again, you can come back to that friction warm-up if you need a little bit of help finding the space between the hands. And see if you can find the space between the air. It's your magnetic field or the things that are different than the air around you. Once you've connected to that, it's if you had this energetic ball of taffy. On your inhale, this time left hand's going to lift up, right hand's going to lower down. And then on your exhale, bring your hands back towards each other as if you're squeezing out, compressing that energetic bubble. If you'd like, go ahead and close your eyes and go more inward with the sensation as you expand with your breath in. And hug back towards center with your exhale. Just a few more. Last one. And then go ahead and bring your hands back together, fingertips touching, palms will stay apart. Close your eyes if you're not already closed, and come back to your breath. So feel your breath in and out. So you're just taking an elevator ride with your breath, observing the ease, no heavy effort here. And then as you're ready, bring your attention back to the space where your fingertips touch and the space between the palms of your hands. See if it just feels like there's a different density or different sensation there compared to where the rest of your body makes contact with the air. And once you've connected to that, see if you can keep with the connection in the palms of your hands. We're going to draw the hands down towards your sides and paint 2 half circles out to the sides, up overhead, and then press down through the center of you. So on the inhale, we reach out as if we have 2 big energetic wings out to the sides, reaching out through the fingertips, all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on our exhale, as if you could push that energy down through the center of you. Hands come down through the center, down towards your hips. When you're ready, if you like, close your eyes and feel the sensation, the lift out and up. And with your exhale, the push down through the center of you, as if you could pour all that energy down through the center. Just 2 more like that, reaching out with our inhale, finding our lift, and pressing down through the center. Here's the last one, as if you could gather all the goodness that's around you. And press it down through the center. I'm going to switch the process. So on the inhale, we'll come through the center. And then press out and away with your exhale. Do 2 more like that. On your inhale, come up through the center. As if you're brushing off anything heavy, anything that no longer serves you with your exhale. Last one. Big lift, big breath in. Exhale out. And come back to that shape, just the finger pads touching, palms stay apart. Go ahead and close your eyes if you're not already closed. Let all of that settle. Draw your attention back inward, just observing your breath. A gentle inhale, followed by an exhale. A few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, if you like, take the palms of your hands over your eyelids. Light pressure, eyes are still closed. As if this act of taking out light for a moment before we re-invite ourselves back into our day is an invite to look at our day through a different lens. After we've moved things through our system, just create more space or connect it to more space inside to outside. And then as you're ready, soften the pressure over your eyes and at your own pace, slowly open your eyes as if it's a second chance to re-look at your day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You take this feeling that you've created with you for the rest of your day.